So YouTube, I want to talk about buying options today, and I'm gonna later on in the video I'll talk about the 2016 RXR 900 XP that I bought and brand new, basically for under $10,000 because it was a great value, and I think it's important that you know all your options when buying. So option A is just to go to the dealership. It's always the easiest way. You can get rebates and stuff like that. Option B is to buy online, like Craigslist, KSL, or eBay. Those are all companies that you can get on and start looking for the bike. And option C is a company called Copart. So I'll go into a little more detail about each one of these. So let's start with option A. Option A, you go down to the dealership, you picked out your bike, you've done all your homework, you know what you're going to get, and you buy it. And if you buy it at the right time of year, you can get your discounts for your rebates, or a $1,000 rebate for this or whatever. And you know the bike, you know where it came from, you know all the history of the bike, you know how it was driven. And it's the way I personally like to buy if I can. And now if I'm trying to save money and I don't have the kind of money to do it, then I have to go with a different option. So I like it. Now option B. Option B, you can buy this bike right here on Craigslist right now today. There's one on there for $25,000. This bike out the door new at the dealership is $30K. There's just no way around it. That's what, by the time you pay the taxes and everything on it, it's $30,000. It's outrageous for a UTV as far as I'm concerned. But that's your options, you know what I'm saying? So you go on Craigslist, KSL. Like I said, this bike right now is $25,000. It has 200 miles on it. And that's a great option. You know, you can be driving this bike for $25,000 instead of $30,000. And if you look at money a little bit differently, that $5,000 could make you $10,000 over 7 years. So I mean, you got to really think about it, because $5,000 is a lot of money. That bike's still under warranty. It didn't get hurt. The guy didn't do anything to it in 200 miles. Now, if you're going to buy a little bit higher mileage bike, I'd be concerned with that. But for 200 miles, I'm going to go with, I would definitely consider it. Now, option C is Copart. Right? They don't buy bikes from the insurance company. The insurance company takes them to Copart to have them sell them at auction. So I bought my 2016 at Copart for $6,200. Now, I'm not going to get into all the details of the auctions and all that stuff, but what I will get into is break down the price a little bit, and I'm just going to round them off to nice round figures. So at the end of the auction, I paid $6,200. By the time you pay all the Copart fees, we're at $6,500. And then by the time you pay U-Ship to get it here, because it came out of Reno, it's $6,500. Yeah, $6,500. By the time I got it here with U-Ship, it was $7,000. That's $7,000 sitting in the parking lot at my work. Now, after I got it back to work, we assessed all the damage to it. And I ended up buying $1,000 worth of parts. And then my time, you got to consider that too. It's your time in there. So now I'm in the bike for $8,000. The bike came with a set of paddles, so I had to go out and buy a set of street tires like these ones. And so that cost me another $300 or $400. And then by the time I get registered, pay tax, and all the DMV fees, street legal kit and everything, I'm in the bike for $9 grand. So I got a 2016 Polaris XP 900 RXR that would sell at the dealership with all the options it had on it. It had a lot of options, guys. It really did. It was a great deal. But by the time I had it all done, $9,000. And when I went to sell it another year later, I had 2,500 miles when I sold that bike, and I sold it for $11,000. So I actually drove it for a year. I worked on it, and then I was able to sell it for a profit. So that's an awesome option. I mean, and you could turn and burn those until you get all the way up to your $30,000 turbo. I mean, you could do that. And it's a great way to get a bike, and it's a great way to get it. I don't want to say free, but you can earn the bike. You know what I'm saying? You can put some elbow grease in it, and you know, I have a buddy that does it, and he started out with a 570. I made a little money off that, got it fixed up, turn, burn. Next thing he goes to the 900. Turn, burn. Now he's done that 3 or 4 times. He's made his $2,000 or $3,000 a pop, And now he's sitting on a turbo, and he does the same thing. Right now he has a 2017 turbo. You see him in some of my videos. It's Jeff. So that bike, we bought it on Copart. So, and it's a viable option. Again, I'm not going to go into all the details of what to look for and stuff like that. I'll post the link down below for Copart, and you guys can check it out for yourself. But it's a viable option that you can be riding in a new UTV, and with very, very low mileage. I mean, these things have anywhere from 50 miles on them. When I rolled mine out of Dumont, some guy got that on Copart, and he probably got it for somewhere around $13,000, $14,000. You could stick another $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 in parts, and you got a brand new bike with 200 miles on it. And it's a $20,000 bike. Out the door, my bike, that turbo was $2,200, $2,300. So anyway, those are viable options. If you are buying new at the dealership, especially these turbocharged ones, I do recommend the Gap insurance. So this is Paul with Bates Outdoor Adventures. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there, and I hope to see you soon. Peace out, brother. Peace out, brother.